My understanding is, folks, you would have finished 12A. You would have finished 12B. Hands up if you have not completed 12B. Some of you that went to the show may be in that boat. Who has not finished 12B, please? I need to see your hands. Some of you are starting to check on it. Yep. Okay. This is where the week is progressing. We do need to progress our learning quite a substantial amount. And so that will mean being very diligent, I suppose, during the week and doing your homework. 15 minutes, 15 minutes, 15 minutes. For some of you, that might be 25 minutes. No more than 25, but some of you are going to need to do 25. When you get to the end of 12F, by the end of this term, before I leave, I will be giving you a factorisation test. Okay? Now, like all other tests, or most other tests, up here is a test preparation sheet. You grab that when you've completed 12F virtually. Okay? What is also associated up here, is the answers. Ideally, you don't grab the answers until you've done that, but you might grab them both together for homework. But don't look at the answers while you're trying to do the questions. Again, you can identify which ones you're poor at, so you can be doing more of them. I'm aware that most of your questions you do are A, C, E, like every second one. If you're poor in a subject area or an exercise area, do the other ones in test preparation. So just a quick show of hands, who's in 12B? Okay, you can get straight back into it. Who's in 12C, please? Of those hands up, if you just started, any of you? 3 of you, 4, yep, a few of you. So I'll go through 12C in a minute. Anybody in 12D? Just starting? Yep. 12D or beyond? There wouldn't be any. No. Okay. So I'm just going to go through 12C now. Okay, and what 12C relates to, okay, so if those people, I'm talking to Ashley, my understanding is, I think I'm talking to Ryan. Yep. You two. You. And someone over here. Was it you, Jess? Or are you well into 12C? No worries. Okay. So what we have is, we had a rule when we were expanding. Remember when we were expanding, we were going back another way. This way we're using our difference of two squares formula. All right, our difference of two square formulas, factorising, means that if there's a subtraction sign in there, whatever A is goes at the start of each bracket, whatever B is goes at the end of each bracket, and they're separated by a plus and a minus. All right? So what you'll find with this topic is this collection of questions is they're very, very simple. And the reason is you're only needing to identify what your A is. Here is your A, here is your B. Here is your A, here is your B. Okay? Now, all you're doing then is squaring and squaring. So you square the 25 and you square the 1. Here you square the 4 and you square the x. All right? That ends up being your A and your B. That ends up being your A and your B. And you just put that into your formula as you need to. A, B, A, B. Your A's are the same. They're at the start of each bracket. Your B's are the same. They're at the end of each bracket. They're only separated by a plus and a minus because when we multiply them together, we've got to get this minus sign in there. All right? So what you'll find with 12C, just as you found with 5C, is it's really simple. Okay? The only thing to watch for is to make sure you find the factors of 25 squared, and the factors of 25 would be 5. 5 squared is 25, obviously. Okay? Any questions with that explanation? I think what might be best is you just have a try, start getting into them, and if you've got any questions, call me over, shuffle your cups, do what's required, and I'll come and help you out. No other questions with that? Nope. So with F, you're looking for what is common either side of here. Yeah, all right. And with any luck, you're saying that the common themes is that and that. Yeah. And so we do that, and then we say, well, we've got rid of that. They're done with. So what goes in your next one is whatever is left. What is left is that. Okay. So it's finding the common things either side of here. Putting them in the first brackets, those that are common, yeah, and then whatever is left over sort of goes in there. The thing to consider with this is, of course, you got a square up here, so you got an a plus 1 times a plus 1 here, and then you got an a plus 1 over here. So just remember you've got 2 here, that would be the only thing. You can fully factorise them as well. Does that help you? Get you started anyway? You give them a lash and call me over again if you need help, okay?
Yes.
So we've got a circular pond will be surrounded by a path as shown. The landscaper needs to know the area of the path. So the important bits of information, area. So it knows how many pavers to buy. Can you show that the area of the path is that? So they're saying that that is going to be the area of the path. Okay. Try and show it. They're also saying you could write it that way, but there's a question there. So what they're asking you to say is, this is a formula. Does this represent what could happen if you were to find the area of that? That's what the question's asking. Okay. So if we go to the question, if we go to our other elements of the question, we've got an area of a circle formula that we did at the start of the year. What's that?
Pi r squared.
Good. It's pi r squared. All right. And we've got 2 circles. Circle 1 and circle 2. If we were to calculate the area of that circle and subtract it from the area of that circle, we should find just the path, shouldn't we? And can that be seen from your end now? Does that make sense? Because we just want what's there in red. Because they're asking for the area of the path, they're not asking for the entire area. Alright? So if we were to go the area of something that we could start saying is the area of the large circle, subtract the area of the little circle, will give us the total area required, won't it? Alright? So given that you know that, and given you have that in play, replace what you know with what you don't know, and try to factorise it down. It's a topic about factorisation, isn't it? So you're possibly likely to get, something in brackets, subtract something in brackets, aren't you?
Yeah.
Are you still with me, or have you zoned up? Yeah?
No, yeah.
So, given that, Georgie, we have questions which are similar. We've had some questions through there that look really similar. Have questions through there that look really similar. So it's working with what you know to try and solve a problem. The beauty of this is, Georgie, they're giving you the answer. They're not necessarily saying they're right, but they are saying if you were to work it out knowing your factorisation laws now, can it look like either of them? And you might find that it could. Without doing it